Boom. I also gestured back to them like a stop so they don't follow me to read the wall.
Why can't we read the wall?
Well, if one person goes insane...
No, I'm approaching just in case you go insane.
I am going
Keeping an eye
to
on
say
you.
Don't read the wall.
Terran to you.
You're good?
I'll
Okay.
bet you 50 gold that Anketh goes insane.
I'm not going to go insane.
He can't. You can't understand him.
I
He's speaking
can.
Oh, right.
I casted comprehend languages.
Yeah, you respond in common.
Yes.
Yeah, but you understand what he said.
Oh, 100%. If I could speak Terran, I'd still respond in common.
She upped it to 60.
As a joke, I'm not actually. I don't bet. I'm a witch.
I'm a witch. And I'll go back. I'll be like 100.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That's a good deal.
Seems good.
Because he's guaranteed to go insane. If I just
I'm gonna
speak
stay
in
back.
common, does that mean he can't understand me then?
That's definitely a language.
It's definitely.
Common,
What else do you
let's say it's the most common.
Undercommon.
language.
Do you remember
And Terran.
when you guys declared your character spoke Spanish?
I
Yes.
think.
There was one time I had a deity who literally couldn't understand you because his only ability to understand languages was comprehend languages, and yours was a made-up language from Earth.
Yeah.
If you made up a language on the spot, does comprehend language work?
That's what they did. They were like, "We speak Spanish." I was like, "That's not a language in Pathfinder." They're like, "Nope, we've both got it written down," and I was like, "Awesome."
But I meant like if Chief were to right now make up a language, I wouldn't be able to understand it with the spell.
It doesn't have any meaning.
Yeah. I mean, it would.
Imagine
you can,
like to
but-
become a comprehensible by comprehend language, it needs to have a few people who understand and speak
Yeah.
it, and like you know.
It gets around the magic community.
Alright, ANCAP is looking at the amber chronograph. What are you guys doing?
I've walked up with him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you looking at it? Yeah, you see shifting words and writing and
We're
in
going
ancient
here.
Osirian, so they're just hieroglyphs to you.
We're going here.
What are you doing, Olive? You are certain though that you see a few common words show up in there at various times.
You're already going mad.
I'm following closely behind, but not too close, but close enough.
Are you gonna study the chronograph at all?
Don't.
Nah, I'm gonna leave it up to ANCAP because.
Do you want to give me a knowledge history check while you're doing this? Because
I feel like if anyone should study it, it should be Olive.
I could send my eyes to do it, and then I
What
just
do
like
you-
lose a
But
couple.
then you'd still see it
I'm,
when
I'm
it came
looking
back
at it.
to
I'm
you.
walking up and looking at it too.
yeah, you see various.
Damn it. This is the person who shouldn't.
You also see, you're convinced, common and Terran in there as well.
What about any
various
Chiefian?
classes. No,
She wrote it down.
there's no Chiefian.
Oh, I speak that.
Yeah, no, you don't. It's made up. It's made up.
But now, as long as a
What
couple.
did you get on the knowledge history?
27.
The fucking
This
wind.
artifact is about 1,000 years younger than the slave trenches. So this was put here afterwards or discovered afterwards. It is from a time that's called the Age of the Black Sphinx. You do not know exactly what that means.
Can I look further into it?
You can try. You have to roll very well.
Can I roll a survival to try and like line up stars and shit with
Definitely,
the chronograph?
100%.
It wasn't 19.
Was it?
You have to
Yeah.
re-roll though.
19 for what? Why?
Because
Off the table.
you don't get to
Um,
throw 'em.
Nah, not
9.
better. 9 plus what?
Your knowledge history.
19.
Let's go.
So what are the constant? When I'm looking at the wall, what symbols seem to not change?
There's the 12 circles.
The 12 circles. They're just
And-
circles?
There's circles and they kind of have words going around them, but the words are changing.
Okay, but the constant is just there's 12 circles.
Yes.
32 to try and extrapolate a night sky out of it.
32.
Yeah,
The 12 circles
yeah.
actually represent, you can tell, they are Galarian's planets of the solar system.
Zodiac?
But there's only 11 planets. But there's
Nibiru.
12 hieroglyphs.
Astrology related?
Hieroglyphs.
Hieroglyphs. Can
I'll relay that.
You also
to
know
Sure.
they're counting down to a specific time.
what time?
You have to study more to find out.
With
And below.
survival skies.
Nope. Now you start getting into knowledge arcana or
I'll do knowledge arcana on
Dungeoneering?
when the
no, unfortunately.
knowledge arcana when it's counting down to.
Sorry, guys.
31.
That's everything I can do.
26.
You find that
Are you
it's
looking at the wall now too?
Everyone's looking at it.
Okay, yep.
You find that it is counting down to 243 years from now. You find that it's counting down to 112 years from now.
Write those
What'd
down.
you see?
12 points.
112 years from now.
243 years from now.
Okay, 12 points.
And are these related to the zodiac signs at all? Or just the
No.
planets?
I don't think Zodiac exists in
No, it
Pathfinder
doesn't.
world.
No, yeah, there's a similar thing, but it's not really star
It's actually
alignments.
astrology. Occult magic science driving the relationship and movements of
Yeah.
celestial bodies.
There are
Okay, so yeah,
only
here's what
11
they are.
planets in Galarian
The
solar
cosmic-
system,
Oh, the 11
but these
planets.
represent. There are 12
Yes.
points, and they represent the planets of Galarian system, which is what is
So
our
is there-
solar system called?
What
Galarian
are you
land.
talking about?
Like of Pathfinder, what's the solar system?
As you're talking, as this also is happening as well, the Sphinx whispers something to you,
To him?
To ANCAP?
and he says in
Spicy.
a language you do not know. He says, "I can give you a hint. I just need your help.
Help with what?
I want to kill the Dusk Taker."
Do it. Oh, that's the bird.
That's the
Don't
bird.
do it. That is not. That is not.
I'm gonna say back to him in Sphinx.
Wouldn't we
Why would you like to kill the Dust Taker?
He taunts me. He pokes at me. He pecks at me. He stands on this perch and comes down and bites at
I
me.
love this Sphinx so much.
He comes into the trenches here,
No, he perches up there.
but that's
And
not
he motions up.
far way up.
He's a big bird.
I mean, yes.
That's what noises he makes.
I will help you.
Don't ask
You don't know what we're talking about the bird though.
Yeah.
They're
I
telling
know,
you.
but Julie's asking
Yeah,
you
okay.
as ANCAP to ask. For Julie's sake and laughter.
Does he sound like a bird?
No.
He speaks
Okay.
perfect gentleman English.
Mm.
Even better.
Is he intelligent?
Yes, he's incredibly intelligent.
No, I meant like
The bird?
does he speak? Does he understand?
Yes, of course.
No.
Big bird, big brain.
I'm confused what you guys are even talking about right now.
Can we get back to
I have
what the
4 birds
crazy
coming
thing was
today.
saying as opposed to you sane folk?
Okay, 11 planets, but 12?
No, there's 12 points on the chronograph.
So are
There's
we
only
agreeing
11
to kill the
planets.
Dusk Taker or not?
I
Because
don't
that's
know.
a big
ANCAP
deal.
hasn't fucking told us.
Will, I'm saying back to him, Sphinx, will you help?
Oh, I will help. I will come and I will fight. He is trying to get me to stop studying this calendar because he knows I know where this countdowns to. I found it. 47 years from now, 53 years from now, 1,043 years from now. There must be some sort of date that they all average out to. It must.
Rodrigo, by the way, has been studying the clock in great detail.
You are getting a date.
What's his date?
What am I supposed to be
Give
doing?
me a knowledge arcana just to see
Excellent.
how quick you
I
can.
fail.
You
I
fail?
literally can't roll it. It's not trained.
You see a date 2 weeks from now.
You see shapes.
I'm going to do an appraise check.
2 weeks?
That is a 16.
What are you appraising for? Just to
I think the clock is broken.
this date, you found it. It's got to be right because you saw it. It's definitely working.
Can I knowledge dungeoneering it to see if it's working?
Go for it.
When?
Good point.
Where do you wind this clock up at?
In Sphinx again, I'm going to ask him, when would you like to do this? This is already dark.
It's 14.
14.
Should we do it during the day?
It's in the day would be better. We can attack him when he's sleeping,
I agree.
but he wakes up easily. Come within 100 feet, and he'll attack you. The clock's working. It's into the wall. You can't
Yeah.
find anything.
That's
My
fine.
cap's under your foot.
Is it
Um,
I'll do a...
did you get a date from the wall?
Oh, yes. It's clearly a clock.
But when was your date?
14 days from now.
I'll touch
Sweet.
it. Can I touch it? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it just
touch
feels
it.
like warm stone.
Where'd it go? Oh, right there.
I mean, it's written right there in common.
Sweet.
I don't know why this is so difficult for everyone.
2 weeks.
What's in 2 weeks?
Probably nothing. It's probably like a harvest festival or something. It's an ancient clock.
Okay, I'll though speak to them. He wants us to kill the bird.
Definitely not.
And then he will help us solve the wall.
Okay. And Cap,
He's gonna help fight the bird.
and then help us solve the wall.
Yeah.
I have a solution for the wall. It says in common.
You look and you point, and it's now giving a different date.
No, I'm saying the clock is definitely broken.
What's the date say now for you?
It says about like 500 years from now.
500 years from now. I think a gear's shifted somewhere in there. I used to own a little pocket watch
Well,
once.
it's a magical
and when it got wet, it would slow down. I think that's what just happened.
fucking clock.
We just need to dry it out.
Why can't it point to multiple dates for multiple things?
Like multiple harvest festivals.
Can
Like
I?
multiple harvest festivals.
You notice
Yeah.
that it's specifically counting down to one specific date, as if the planets are going to align to something. You know that from the stars. So it's not trying to point at one. It's not trying to point at many. It's counting down to one specific date.
Like planet alignment.
Yes, a special astrological event.
So what does yours say?
I don't have a date. I
You-
just,
you can't
I
do
just
a
know
date.
stars.
Yeah. He
I
just
like-
sees
I like
the
to-
constellation.
Could I try to see that lineup
Way
of
up.
stars that he's?
You can do knowledge nature.
I like to lay up at night and
I
just
don't
look
have
at the
knowledge
sky.
nature.
Remind
about
me of
Knowledge,
how
religion.
Right.
What would religion have?
stars
no,
are.
religion does not have anything to do with the
So
cosmos.
survival's fine. I can do survival.
Romantic.
Survival also works.
Sweet. 10.
Nah. You trust Chief's word. He rolled a 31, so he's very
32.
knowledgeable. Even better.
What's up, God?
Okay, but I'm looking for a date.
Just
Can
How do the planets look now in the sky?
They look like they always do. In your whole life, they look like this right now. They're moving slowly, surely.
Okay, so but you say there's 11 planets, but there's 12 points on this wall.
Yeah, so the 12th point is clearly a phantom planet that's harboring destruction.
Can I
of the-
figure out?
maybe it's the sun. Anyone thought about that? I mean,
Is there one big?
there's a big burning thing in the sky.
It's not right now.
Well, it's gone now, but
Yeah,
it
it's
comes
over
back
there.
every day.
Does it?
Every day
I
I've
see
been alive.
darkness.
Only if we do human.
Can I
tribute.
figure out which one is not the planet? Like
Sure, go for it. Give me.
Or maybe it's
knowledge arcana
Yeah,
maybe it's one of those little
or
planets.
perception?
perception can also work.
Sweet.
19 plus 5 to help him on which one's not the planet.
So you give them a
35.
+2.
What?
35, so it gets 37.
Yep.
You notice that one of the planets says Ra on it, and another one says Horus, and one says Kepri, and
They're-
one says Sobek.
they're
and
named
one
after-
says Set.
Hey,
Yeah, those are
those
the.
are the things we wrote down.
Yeah,
The thingies.
Yeah.
That's-
the ancient
that's all
Assyrian
this-
gods.
that's
That's,
all-
them.
but it's also the statues.
Which are also the ancient Assyrian gods.
Oh, so we
These
just need to
thingies.
figure out what the order of these is and then activate the clock.
2, 3.
Sun disk, key, and
The
disk.
clock is activated.
Because there's only 11 of those.
Is
There's 11
What do you call
gods. So there's
this?
still a 12th that's out.
Sector-spheres. Right?
No,
No.
Olive.
There's
there's
only
still a-
11 gods?
There's
Oh yes, those. This? No,
1,
those
2,
are
3,
planets.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Ah,
There's only 11.
There's only 11. That is correct.
So what is the? My question still says
They haven't
the
touched
the
this thing
12th
yet.
one that doesn't have a label.
It's
You
the Black Sphinx.
You don't know what it is.
But
Did you know about
but
the Black
can I
Sphinx?
figure
'Cause she
out
didn't share
on
it.
the
No,
wall
still be
which
charity.
one that is?
No, it changes. each
So
time.
like Ra moves around.
Yes.
It's the witch Sphinx?
The Black
Can I
Sphinx.
put? I'm gonna put my hand on one of them.
It's warm.
Sweet. When it becomes the one that's unlabeled, I want to try to push it.
Nothing happens.
The wall's warm, by the way.
Like,
As you do that, you actually see all the names start going on it, and then they kind of just dissipate as well. And then like one name appears, 2 names, 3 names.
I think what you're thinking about is the sightless Sphinx, and we already blew that up.
So when
this clock is from the age of the Black Sphinx. She told me.
When did Assyrian ever have a good age?
This age is pretty good.
No.
Is that what the Sphinx is?
No. This is like
Sure.
What kind of
isn't.
puzzle is this?
Oh,
What?
are you all right?
I don't know. Has anything moved?
It's always moving.
I
Are you
don't
not
think it's-
studying the wall.
I don't think it's waiting for a date. I think it's waiting for an event.
Maybe it can't line up because something keeps screwing it up.
Yeah.
There might be some sort of interference. It's like when it's like when merchants start moving gold up and down a river. They're just trying to make commerce happen, but if they get robbed, it breaks things up a little bit and changes the way it works. Maybe something's robbing the planets.
Good point.
Maybe
No.
it's the bird.
No.
It's the damn bird.
No.
Maybe we gotta kill the bird.
It's not the bird.
I just don't see why it's important. It's a clock. It's a broken clock.
What
at that.
happened during the age of the Black Sphinx, Olive?
Why are you all so obsessed
She
with
doesn't
the
know.
clock?
I don't know.
She doesn't even know what
can't
the
quite
black-
recall. Ow. And I just know of it. I don't know much more.
Well, based on the other major Sphinx event that happened in Assyrian, it was probably demon related.
Can I?
This guy's not a demon.
I'm gonna ask the
I wouldn't know.
Sphinx that's there
yes.
in Sphinx if he
The
casts
Sphinx
the darkness
common.
spell over this.
He responds with, "It's to keep the bird. He won't see me if he can't see through darkness."
Then why does he fly at night? I don't say to him because I don't speak Sphinx.
So hold on. We have to kill the bird
Yeah.
so that we can focus more on this clock.
Because he can't focus on it right now because the bird apparently teases him.
Oh yes, it's the bird that's the problem here, I'm starting to think. Yes. And has everyone else forgotten the little man by the name of Hakatep makes giant earthworks in the ground that's basically... Oh my god. He also writes his name on things.
I think they're related. There's something that'll help us here.
This came 1,000 years after Hakatep.
Yeah, during the age of the Black Sphinx.
My
Which
point
is the 12th point.
don't we have a much more pressing matter?
I thought we were resting.
This is how we
Is
rest.
this how you rest?
Tired.
I mean, this is just an evening activity before we...
Is it? Because it sounds like you're talking about killing the Dusk Taker.
I'm just relaying information that he said. I have not said yes or no. I
Why
have
don't
not
we go to
said-
the Dust Taker's nest when he's flying about and then just lay a bunch of bombs? Neith can do that, right?
That's the sound she made when you did that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't have a lot of bombs
no,
right
neither
now.
do I. That was just I was kind of spitballing. I don't
light it on fire.
like. What you're gonna light his nest on fire is not gonna kill him. You know what would kill him? Explosions.
You know what would be a problem though? If we do activate this whole thing and it doesn't kill the Dusk Taker, Hakatep will just summon it to his pyramid eventually, and then we'll have to face it at some point.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but we'll be in Hakatep's pyramid. and
Also,
the
I
Dust Taker's
believe
huge and can't
the ma-
fly
on
in corridors.
On the map, it looked like this, the first... No, never mind. That's an entrance. I'm looking at the wrong place. Don't worry about
Can
me.
I see your notes, Ankep?
Unless,
Just
of
on
course,
this thing?
activating the device kills the bird as well.
No, it definitely
Didn't-
would.
Alright, I'm gonna-
But didn't he say it had eaten Shori magic? Might that not affect it too? I don't understand how all of this works, but I'm very curious as to why we're obsessing about a
And there's
clock
just
that
a
doesn't
12th.
work.
There's just a 12th rando point.
It's,
Good point.
it's unmarked, and when I went to look at it and touch it,
Do you think it's working? Do you think we're going
It
insane?
said all the names.
I really think
Okay.
you all
Do you think it's
are.
happening?
Okay. Does the date change when the 12th point
The
changes?
date is different every time you look at it.
Yeah. You look away, you look back, it's different.
Just like time.
Whoa!
God damn it.
It's a broken clock.
I don't think it's broken. I mean, no, actually, I do agree with you. It is broken, but how do we fix it?
Why do we need to? What does it matter what it points to? What's the worst that could happen?
What if it's a doomsday clock?
Well, I'm glad it's counting down to something that's apparently going to happen anyways.
Yeah, at any time.
Yes, but knowing is not going to help you.
Are you sure?
Well, where are you going to go if the world's ending?
Well,
just
no,
make
but maybe
peace.
we can
I'm with
find out
Rodrigo.
what that is and stop it.
Then make peace now, because Hakatep is a bigger threat today. No, you know what? Let's spend the night staring at this clock. I'm going to go and make myself some nice bacon.
I never asked you guys to come look at the wall. I said I'd look at the wall.
And
Well-
Kip, I'd hate to admit it, but you're quite pivotal to our success here.
I'm not.
That's what we call a complisalt.
More
good
on the
word.
sense that I said we should come camp near this because it seems safe.
As long as you'll agree to come with us when this is over and not stay here. If you even want to come back and visit the wall after Hakatep's destruction, then we can spend a long time
Sounds good.
working with a broken clock.
No, we're on to something. Different way.
I'm going to go start the fire, and I'm going to go set up the tents. I have a feeling I'm working alone.
I'll hand you my tent.
How did you do it
I-
just one-handed?
I feel I am no use to this
Just one of the pop-up
matter.
ones.
Why?
Not bacon, then
I would-
fish.
Neither for me.
Fish bacon.
I feel that I am not contributing to this matter, so I might go rest with Bork. Unless you really require me nearby.
You're
No.
just real head smart.
If you don't
As
want to look at
opposed
the
to
wall, do not
muscle
look at the
smart.
wall.
Do you think it's gonna mess me up?
No
it's
more
possible.
than Ustalov has.
I mean, we haven't taken a will check yet.
Don't you bring Slav into this.
What? Why wouldn't I?
The point of finding out when the world ends.
You're right. I bet you at the end it just says
It's-
congratulations.
It's just a
You did it.
possibility.
Good job.
Aren't there multiple
How
of these
long have you
clocks,
been
too?
here?
Says the bird.
Dust Tinker in the trenches behind. Who told you I only fly at night?
Fucking idiots.
Alright, I have two questions at once. There are multiple countdown clocks in Assyrian.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like a tourist attraction.
So
This is
there's
the biggest.
so there's lots of broken clocks. Congratulations, someone tried a whole bunch of
is the
times
biggest one.
and never made a good clock.
The creature.
Do you not have like a biggest something in the Riverlands, like a big dumpling?
We have
or
trees
something?
and kingdoms and power and gold.
In the Riverlands?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He stares at you,
yeah.
the bird, and his eyes look hungry.
Hungry.
And he says, I've been here for so many years.
I'm going to cook him some fish.
Sounds good.
Oh, that is a little bit. Just, I guess, birding cat.
We have fish and bacon.
Yes, and these hard
I'm gonna
breads.
sit down on the ground.
Yeah, I got a
Nobody
bunch of
wants to eat
rations.
those.
Pick my ears.
Why are you gonna pick your ears?
You gotta clean yourself!
Why are you gonna pick them though?
Because we don't have complicated modern amenities, just our fingers. It's the desert. I'm gonna go set up the tents, cook some food, and ask McCrazy Pants, which is not what I call him, if you'd prefer raw fish or cooked
Will you
fish.
help me kill the Dusk Taker?
I have to leave that up to the rest of my party.
Okay, eats one of the raw fish.
I have a few more of those. Let me go get them.
I wanna
Those are
feed
some
him. I wanna
nice.
He
feed
just
him.
walks behind you like really close.
Let me feed him.
Okay. We're going to give him the bacon too.
Okay.
He bites your hand a bit. Take 1 point of damage.
Does he have teeth?
He has a giant vulture beak.
Yeah.
I lick the
No.
wound,
Does it have
rub
teeth
on
in
my
it though?
skin.
He's a sphinx. I don't know how they work.
I'm gonna drink from the flask.
Sure, give me your battle.
Fuck me.
He nibbled at me.
I'm
5. I don't have that one.
Yes. We're going to cook some of the rations in a stew because that will
D6?
cover it
Nope.
more.
It tastes like alcohol.
That's it.
Yep, it's alcohol.
That's all it's been this whole time. You just get drunk and think something happens.
Take
I don't know how to
10
spell alcohol.
diplomacy. Because you getting drunk. and go.
Sweet.
Same
Not
thing.
My charisma go up?
Nope, just you drink some alcohol.
He's gonna feel like he has it though.
I'm gonna mix 5 or 6 days worth of rations together in a big thing of hot water over a fire, and I'm gonna just feed this bird this water.
Cool.
Oh,
Don't.
I was gonna say ration stew.
And he just
Because, I mean, if he's still hungry after 6 days worth of food,
Is there anywhere to plug in the power source for Camel?
no.
Dang.
it's
I thought maybe it was
gone.
like a universal.
It's long gone,
no,
Camel.
the power source. I still have it,
That camel blew up.
but I have the stick.
Fucking camel.
Oh.
So I was just thinking it might be like a battery. What's a battery? I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry about the
First year
bacon.
Book of combat training useless.
I bought it before I...
So
Horse
the
wheels.
round planet high reps
Don't
are
apologize to
moving.
me.
No, they stay stationary.
They stay still, but
But
the
what they
names
say-
How small
the
is
names
he?
are on the outside change.
No, there's words going around the outside in various languages.
But the center words change.
Yes.
It
and
does
there's
work.
many there could be one center word, there could be like 500 center words in there at various sizes. It changes constantly.
But I do see that they are named after gods every once in a
Yeah,
while.
they're showing up as gods. Yeah.
Okay.
So does Bork have Bork has some sort of freaky eyes or something that reveal that he is a pathway into darkness,
Yeah,
right?
he does.
I'm gonna lean down to apologize to Bork and then just get really quiet and scared.
Well, I have plans for Borg.
I'm gonna give
Facts.
Bork a pat and tell him all the bacon is gone now.
I am going to.
How often have you made friends with all sorts
How
of
tall
traveling
is this?
companions and
The
ended up
wall?
with
Yeah.
just
It's
Bork?
about 20 feet tall.
Very
Okay,
often.
so-
Ended up just Bork.
Does anything on the wall appear to me in my made-up
Do
language?
you have problems getting into brothels?
You see
Yes.
the word chief.
Makes a lot of sense.
This wall is a fucking mind reader.
It's a goddamn wall. It can't read your mind.
No, the spell can. That's why it drives people insane. This isn't a chronograph. This is something else.
Okay.
What is it?
I don't know. Dispel it.
Don't
Witch.
I don't.
don't dispel the thing that the poor creature has spent his entire life studying.
The creature says, I've tried to dispel it.
Oh.
It doesn't work.
Of course.
Can you dispel though?
It's not a spell.
Oh fuck. Okay, never mind.
No, it's just a mind-reading broken clock.
Okay, I thought I had a breakthrough, Rodrigo.
Can
I thought
I-
I was actually making some sense there.
Can I?
It showed me something in the language I made up in my head.
It's nonsense.
It actually, because chieftain isn't a language. It just said chief in common.
Oh god.
You've all literally gone mad.
Can I? I have
I'm
not
upset, yes.
Are you guys going to eventually turn in for the night?
Yes.
Are you going to do it farther away from the clock just in case the bird comes at night to
Yeah.
peck the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've also... He looks fed, right? Like, he looks...
He starts eating the bucket that you put it in.
I'm just gonna leave him the bucket, and I'm just gonna move further away.
I'm gonna put my hand on the wall and attempt to cure light wounds.
Okay, fuck it. I see him do that and I leave.
Nothing happens.
Sweet.
I'm done with this wall. It
Good.
has stumped me.
Good.
There's nothing to stump on
As you're
either
walking
side.
away-
Yeah.
The Gypsosphinx response says to you, Taryn, there's always a fresh start tomorrow.
Yeah. That's a positive outlook.
And then he eats the last bit of the bucket.
What am I gonna eat now, Rodrigo?
You could...
Kill the bird.
Eat the dust taker?
Yeah.
I don't like pheasant.
Okay.
I can't decide if the wall drives people mad or attracts the mad to it. Don't you dare say both, I see it.
Can I try to like a stone and try to
Either.
write on the wall with the stone or something?
Sure.
Like-
You kind of just scratch into it,
Yeah.
but it kind of just erases itself after. It's almost as if like the writing is happening on a layer beneath the surface.
Yeah. Okay. Do they seem like if I look at the circles on the wall, do they seem to match up where they are on my map? If I put it up against?
It does, yeah. Well, in the sense that it goes kind of like this. Yeah, that it kind of goes like this. Like this one is out of place. That one segment is out of place. It's kind of more to the left, but it's kind of just like makes like a circle like this.
I realize
Because there's one in the
belatedly-
center here too.
Yeah, that one's also off to the left.
So they're not really. I mean,
No, like there's the ones that like it could make sense, but there's a few that are not in the place that they are, and it doesn't.
this way.
No.
Okay.
I realized belatedly that if this creature was starving to death, it's now a whole lot better off than it was before if it decided to attack us. But at the same time, if it doesn't, I'm going to feel a lot better knowing that a giant creature didn't die
Does he
because I
go
wouldn't
to
give it
sleep?
some
Does the
fish.
Sphinx?
Yes, he goes
I
into his
appreciate
nest
that.
and eventually goes to bed.
Oh.
We're gonna take a break for YouTube. And